There's a couple videos of a pre-scouting trip that I took for a larger overlanding trip I'd like to take this summer. I'm gonna go from Southeast Oregon over into Silver City, Idaho. And then from Silver City, Idaho, which is down here, I'd like to make my way across over to a town called Pine or Atlanta, just somewhere in that general area. From there, I'll work my way up north and go up to Stanley. And then from Stanley, work my way over to Salmon. From Salmon, Idaho, work my way up to Darby, Montana. And from Darby, Montana, I'd like to go from there to a town called Avery, which is over here in Idaho. And I don't necessarily need to go to Avery, but just that general direction. And then from Avery, make our way back across over to a town called St. Regis. From St. Regis, we head into Montana. Well, St. Regis is in Montana. So from Avery to St. Regis, and now we're in Montana. And then St. Regis is over here. Then from St. Regis, we're gonna head over to Plains. Plains up here to Marion, which is up on the Highway 200, or excuse me, Highway 2. Plains is on Highway 200. And then from Marion, we'll head due north up into Whitefish or some town along that general direction, and then up into Eureka or, once again, any little town that we can get to. And the main idea is to go to these little towns for supplies and fuel. And then from there, I'll turn around and I'll work my way back to my starting point. Now, that's not saying that I won't start up here in the north and work my way down to the Southeast Oregon and then come back and end up back up here. I've yet to determine the direction I'm going to be heading from the start, but that's a general idea of what and where I'll be going. Decided that the weather was too nice to not go out and enjoy, so loading up and heading to Montana. Gonna go do 3 or 4 or 5 day ride. Hopefully make it to like Moses Lake, and then I'll sleep there for the night and get up in the early AM and then finish my route into Thompson Falls, and that's where we'll start this journey. This is what happens when you have a flat tire or a blowout when you're going down the highway 65 miles an hour. Yeah, kind of brought that wheel right down to nothing. Hopefully it didn't do anything to the springs. It was dragging, but I don't know. So, well, we'll put a block under her and get her off the ground and get her changed, check things out. Well, now we got a bunch of wire wrapped around our wheel, but everything looks to be okay. Pulled the light out, the wiring for the light got yanked. I don't know what's going on with that exactly, but we've got a cluster, and I've got to sit here and see if I can't cut all this with these little baby cutters, but so be it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Looks like that's what I gotta do. So, but we got a good spare right there, and I pumped it all up and got everything ready to go before I left. So we're at the base of Snoqualmie Pass. That's the ski lodge area up there. Fun and games, more games than fun. There's what our wheel looks like. That happened at the top of the pass. I heard it, but I couldn't do anything about it because there was no place to pull over. And so I had to just travel down the hill, hope for the best. But everything looks good under here. I know I shaved the bottom of that off and the bolts, but I think everything's still good. So we'll have to replace that, and fix the brakes on this wheel. But at least we're going down the highway now. So, all right, until our next fun and games, we'll carry on. So I got off the freeway after having a blowout on this tire, and then this tire was low due to probably the blowout because it's leaking. It's a perfectly good tire, perfectly good tread, but it's got little chunks of metal sticking out right here. So it blew the metal cords on that tire after I blew this tire. So here we are with a second flat tire. My delivery for my tires, I got the spare put on, but it's a 14-inch tire and I'm running 15s. Bye, thank you. 14-inch tire, 15-inch tire, but it's a spare until I can buy a new tire. And we are now back on the trail. I'm in Cle Elum right now, and 12:30, 12:45, 12:50. So we are behind schedule. I was hoping to be up and going by 3 or 4 in the morning. Huh, Yog? Yeah. That ain't happening. We're gonna go find ourselves a place to pull over in a couple hours, and then probably not get on the trail until closer to 8 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know if the world is trying to give me a message, but it just seems like I cannot get anywhere this evening, or this morning now. But I have to get stuck behind a train out here in the middle of nowhere. Still on the road. It's, what is it, 2:02 in the morning? When you're dedicated, you're dedicated. I want to bring you guys content, so this is what we do. We meaning me and the dog. This is where we camped last night. This is Moses Lake. Time to get on the road. All right, Saturday morning. Still on our way to Thompson Falls. We will get there today as long as we have no major issues. Hopefully the flat tire was the only thing that we had go wrong, and we can free sail from here on out. So we are in Moses Lake right now. It is about 7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get enough sleep, but man, the only way we can get there is to get there, right? So here we go. A few people here for the drag races, the dunes, sand dune races. So the sand drags is what I'm trying to say. Not completely jam-packed, but a few more people than there was the last time I was here a couple weekends ago. Good morning, sunshine. back on the freeway, I-90 eastbound. Hoping that we have a clear, no issue day today. Uneventful, should I say. We just left Post Falls, just came across the border, did our grocery shopping, fueled up the truck, and now we are on, I think, State Highway 53. North to Sand Point. Nope, that's a lie. We're gonna go forward. No, I guess that was right. We are gonna go that direction. I thought it was this road, but I was wrong. So we'll go around the roundabout, try it again. North to Sand Point. Well, that was convenient. They should put roundabouts at all intersections. Getting into some nice country. This is the kind of terrain that we're going to be riding in. State Highway 200, so this is the road that I'll follow until I turn off in Thompson Falls. Hack River. Lake Ponderay. Town of Clark Fork, Idaho. The Squeeze In. Across the state line, so we are now in Montana. "2:30 in the afternoon, and I finally made it. We are heading up into those hills there. And then we're gonna go down the back side of these. And then way down past that, we're gonna come back over, and then we're gonna start heading that direction. Which obviously you can't see because it's just trees, but we have to go this direction first because I can't get out on the main highway and get down to where I need to get to. So I'm gonna go up and over and around. Unless I can't because of the snow, and then I'll come back and then I'll trailer it down to where I need to be. What do you think, Gilg? Pick up a few things and then hit it? I think so. And we're off. Seven. Just passed a couple guys on some quads and they could not get over the ridge. They said it was too deep and too much for them. So we'll go up here and see what we can see. Maybe this was all for nothing. We might be a little early yet. Well, let me tell you what, it's definitely muddy. Just a little bit deeper, and I know that we're still a little ways from the top, so I don't know how much further we're going to be able to make this, but we'll keep going a little bit. Whoa, we're definitely in some much deeper snow. I'm hoping as we get clear of these trees that maybe the sun got down to it and melted it out a little bit. It's not looking promising though. We're gonna push through it as far as we can without it getting to a point where I feel like I'm gonna get stuck if I keep going. This may be the end of the line for us. I can't seem to get it pulled up and around this corner. I'll give it another couple attempts, back up, get a run at it, back up, get a run at it, and see what we end up with. But it goes this way and then continues up further. And we don't have that much further as far as uphill climb before it actually kind of levels out and you kind of do a lot of side hilling. But I got to get past this point, and I don't want to air down just to go up a little ways. I'm running at about 17, 18 psi right now, and I could run these things down to 4 or 5. That would give me some flotation, but then I'm doing that all to do what? Go up a, you know, a mile or something like that, and then have to turn around and come back. That'd be kind of silly. And then I'm pumping off my tires again. So I'm going to attempt to get this thing to pull up around the corner a little bit. If I absolutely had to go this way, and there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it, well, then I would just disconnect the trailer, make myself a nice little trail. As you get so muddy, give myself a nice trail and then come back and grab this. But this isn't an absolute. This is just a let's go out and have a good time and see what we can do and how far we can make it. We might have answered our question right here, but yeah, we'll see. We made it to 19919. Too much snow. I'm pulling this trailer. There's no way I can get beyond. If I didn't have the trailer, I could probably make it a little further, but then again, what good is that gonna do me? I'd have to still come back because I ain't got nowhere to sleep. When you don't have your floor plugs in, it comes up, gets your legs all wet too though. And the only one that's not in is mine. Go figure. It's all ice. Pushing me down the hill. It's not pushing me down the hill, I'm sliding down the hill. clench the seat and hope for the best. I think this was a muddy ride. I think our overlanding adventures, the way I planned them or thought them out, is not going to be what we end up with. But I think what I'll do is drop the trailer off at the truck and then take the truck and trailer and the general over to another road that I'm familiar with and maybe just go adventuring around there. Slipping and a slide.